Hi everybody and welcome to the Grenglish show, the first Grenglish show for 2016. Happy New Year to you all, and I hope it's a great one for you out there, regardless of age, of sexual preference, religion or ethnic background. And it's this time of the year where we talk about our New Year's resolutions, like more money, buy a new car, buy a new house, watch more Grenglish show maybe. Well, if you ask what mine is, it's actually to be able to stick to one of them, because I don't seem to be able to stick to my New Year's resolution. So that's mine. Now, on today's show, we are 1.5 months away from Adelaide's Mad Festival season. The Fringe is coming up, the Festival of Arts is coming up. So we'll bring you an interview with one of Adelaide's most acclaimed producers, singers and composers. An interview with Loucas Loizou. Loucas Loizou, who went to the UK as a refugee from Cyprus in the 1970s after the Turkish invasion in Cyprus. Loucas worked for a little bit at the BBC before moving to Australia. He brings another spectacular show at the Adelaide Fringe, but more of that later on the show. But first, now switching to Greek. Θα δούμε λοιπόν, θα ρίξουμε μια ματιά στο πώς γιορτάστηκαν τα Θεοφάνεια από την Ομογένεια εδώ στην Αδελαΐδα. Σε 3 διαφορετικά παραλιακά σημεία τελέστηκε ο αγιασμός των υδάτων και το πανηγύρι που ακολουθεί πάντοτε μετά από την τελετή αυτή. Περισσότερα όμως στο ρεπορτάζ που ακολουθεί αμέσως τώρα.
Ψυχαγωγία, Ράδιο 1. Μουσική, Ράδιο 1. Ενημέρωση, Ράδιο 1. 87,6. Ράδιο 1. Ο σταθμός που εκπέμπει στην καρδιά σας. Την Άγια ημέρα των Θεοφανίων γιόρτασαν όπως συνηθίζεται οι ομογενείς της Αδελαΐδας την Κυριακή 10 Ιανουαρίου σε διάφορα σημεία της πόλης. Στην προβλήτα της παραλίας Henley, η ελληνική ορθόδοξη κοινότητα Νοτιού Αυστραλίας, με τη συμμετοχή χιλιάδων ομογενών και μη, τέλεσε τον αγιασμό των υδάτων κάτω από ιδανικές καιρικές συνθήκες.
Σοφία ότι ακούσομεν του Αγίου Ευαγγελίου. Ειρήνη πάση το πνεύμα σου.
Το σύντομο τελετουργικό στην άκρη της προβλήτας, το οποίο παρακολούθησαν πολιτικά στελέχη και εκατοντάδες κόσμου, τέλεσαν μέλη του Ιερού Κλήρου, αγιάζοντας τα ύδατα με την κατάθεση του Σταυρού. Στη μάχηνα των Ανασύρων έπεσαν 17 νεαροί, από τους οποίους πιο γρήγορος αποδείχθηκε ο 15χρονος Τόμας Βάτσης. Με την κατάθεση του Σταυρού στα ήρεμα νερά της παραλίας αφήθηκαν κατά το έθιμο 10 λευκά περιστέρια στον ουρανό ως ένδειξη αγνότητας και επιφώτισης, στέλνοντας μήνυμα για ειρήνη και αγάπη.
Εν Ιορδάνη βαπτιζομένου σου Κύριε, της τριώνας εφανερώθη προσκύνηση, ουρά και γείτορος συμφωνεί προς εμαρτύρηση, αγαπήτων σε ονομάζουσα και το πνεύμα ενίδη περισπεράς, επεπέου του λόγου το ασφαλές.
ίδια στιγμή η δημοτική πλατεία Henley είχε μετατραπεί σε ένα υπαίθριο ελληνικό πανηγύρι, όπου τραπέζια, ψισταριές και ζωντανή μουσική ήταν τα στοιχεία που κυριάρχησαν, και όλα αυτά δίπλα στη θάλασσα. Κατά το επίσημο μέρος των εορτασμών, ο τυχερός Τόμας παρέλαβε από τον πρόεδρο της ελληνικής Ορθόδοξης Κοινότητας, τον κύριο Γκόνη, το έπαθλό του για την επιτυχή του προσπάθεια.
Well done, congratulations. I can't swim, but I think you did a great job today, and you're a credit to your family, and you're a fine, upstanding young man. So well done, and all the best. Well done.
Τους χιλιάδες επισκέπτες όμως περίμενε μια έκπληξη όταν ο γνωστός τενόρος Ιωάννης Φράγκος εμφανίστηκε στη σκηνή ερμηνεύοντας Αντρέα Μποτσέλη και τον γνωστό ύμνο «Κύριε των Δυνάμεων». Η εμφάνιση ωστόσο χορευτικών συγκροτημάτων από την Ουκρανία έδωσε μια γερή δόση πολυπολιτισμού στο φεστιβάλ, ενώ οι ταλαντούχοι χορευτές αποθεώθηκαν από το κοινό.
Άλλον χαρεκτός σου βοηθών, εν θλίψεσιν ουκ έχομεν. Κύριε των δυνάμεων, ελεήσον ημάς. Σου βοηθών, εν θλίψες ίνου και έχομεν. Κύριε των δυνάμεων,
Το ετήσιο πανηγύρι με αφορμή τον αγιασμό των υδάτων συνεχίστηκε μέχρι αργά το απόγευμα.
Μάλιστα. Μια πραγματικά αξέχαστη Κυριακή, μια ευλογημένη Κυριακή για όλους τους ομογενείς, αλλά και για όλους τους κατοίκους αυτής της πόλης. Now, like I mentioned earlier on the show, we bring you an interview with Loucas Loizou, one of Adelaide's most acclaimed singers, composers and producers. Loucas brings another amazing show at the Fringe Festival in February, next month that is, titled A Battle of the Songs, Greece 1950s versus UK 1850s. But more about this show and more about Loucas Loizou on the interview that follows right now.
How the winds are laughing, they laugh with all their might. Laugh and laugh the whole day through, and half the summer's night. Dona, 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 dona. Μας μας φωνάζουν απ' τη σκλαβιά. Γυρνάτε αφέντες, ξένη αρβίλα μας πατάει καθημερινά. Πόσα χρόνια ακόμα θα αφήνετε το χώμα να δίψα, πόσα χρόνια, πόσα πια δεν ακούτε τον αγέρα που βογκά. Τώρα ο γύρισμό ζητάει η καρδιά, δεν ξεχροτινάει για χώρα τα έκλεισα και τα φτωχά.
Ah, Luca, how nice, how beautiful. What a smooth way, what a melodic way to welcome 2016. Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you very much. Good to see you again. Yeah.
Likewise. Tell us a little bit about this beautiful song we just heard. Give us a bit of its history.
Yes, I was in Cyprus back at the 18th anniversary of the Turkish invasion, and they asked me from Rick, is the broadcaster in Cyprus, to write a song about the Turkish invasion. And the tune is not my tune, the melody, but it's a melody very well known in English, and it's about a cow taken to a slaughter, and is looking up and sees a bird flying and wish to have wings, to be free like the bird, you know. And because Cyprus it was occupied 18 years when I was there, I felt like I should write a song about freedom of Cyprus, and that's how the song came about.
That's really, really emotional, and I'm sure it speaks to the heart of a lot of people who went through those difficult times in Cyprus.
Yes, 200,000 people, they lost their houses, amongst them it's me as well, and it's going to be 42 years since we went back to our lands. And I felt I was in a taxi, and it was such a dry time in summer in Cyprus, and I felt like the fields, they were talking to me, looking for their masters to go back, you know. And that's how this song came out.
And all this part of your brand new show at the upcoming Fringe Festival, a battle of songs, Greece 1950s versus UK 1850s with over with 2,000, is that correct?
Yeah, over 2,000 shows. The 2,000 shows comes, I was living and working in London, and I was doing shows for 8 years, 6 nights a week, so it works much more than 2,000. And I always now take part at the Fringe. As you know, the Adelaide Fringe is the second biggest festival on this planet after the Edinburgh in Scotland. And it's an opportunity first to offer something different to people that they don't speak Greek, but to the Greek Australians as well, the second and third generations, because the songs I do, they're songs that you don't hear every day, and lots of Australians, they think that Greek music is just the bouzouki music only and dancing, and they don't know these songs, the old songs of Athens, and songs that they bring great messages and things like that.
Why Greece versus UK? Why specifically the UK? Is it because you lived there for a while?
I lived there for a while, or also I believe, I call them golden eras, you know, of it was a time when melody was melody, and the lyrics, they are good poetry, and they had something to say.
And there's some great names at the time, like Nana Mouskouri, for example.
Yeah, Nana Mouskouri was singing a lot of English songs in various languages, and some of the Greek songs in various languages. And apparently, sometimes in my shows, because Nana Mouskouri sold about 350 million records, and sometimes I say, oh, Lady Gaga, eat your heart out, because and people laugh, but it's true that nobody, another artist, living or dead, sold as many CDs as Nana Mouskouri, but she was recording in 12 languages, you see, including Turkish and Japanese and you name it.
Not bad at all, eh?
Yeah. But the stuff I'm going to be doing at the Fringe is 1950s in Greece. We had Sofia Vembo, which was a great artist. We have some composers like Suyul. Suyul, he came from Asia Minor, so he was an immigrant in Greece, and he wrote great songs. And the most well-known is Attic, as called. Kleon Triantafilou, it was his real name, but Attic is well-known. And he was born in Greece, but he was brought up in Egypt. Then he studied music in France and came to Greece, and he opened a boîte called Mandra. And he wrote more than 700 songs. And his songs, every Greek lips, they sang these songs in some stage or another. But here in Australia, Greek Australians and Australians, they don't know anything much about these songs. And really, I feel I'm obliged to just offer something different. Last year, I did Greek songs in the Adelaide Fringe again, which is called A Refugee Sings World Songs. I'm always trying to bring the story of being a refugee through the music to remind people that Cyprus is still occupied.
This year, Luca, it's been the year of refugees, the whole refugee crisis in Europe. How appropriate was it?
Yes, and people, they sometimes they think, okay, these refugees, they came, they found a country, they're fine. But it's not really fine by finding a country. Your whole life is messed up psychologically and emotionally. And if I didn't have my music to keep my mind 100%, I don't know how could I just overcome this occupation. And actually, the show is going to start with a song called Χωριό μου, χωριουδάκι μου, which is about migrants that they live in another country, and they say, oh, I've got all this money, but what am I going to do with it? I mean, my mind has been day and night in my village, to my parents, to my childhood friends, the mountains I used to climb and things like that. So we have some beautiful old Greek songs and some fantastic English songs as well. Yes. For example, I'm doing a song called "Τι είναι αυτό που το λένε αγάπη." Give you a little taste of that. But this song is very important. The poet who wrote the lyrics, he didn't know what to do and gave them to Takis Morakis. And Takis Morakis said this song in music, and he was playing it in taverna. And that particular day, a group of people, filmmakers, they came into the taverna, and they liked the song. And they bought the rights of this song for a few drachmas, you know. And then suddenly this song, it was on a very successful movie called The Boy on the Dolphin. And that was the first movie that Sophia Loren did in English. It was the first movie she spoke in English in 1957. And she sang the song, "Τι είναι αυτό που το λένε αγάπη," in Greek, in perfect Greek.
Yes, yes.
So I can give you a bit of taste of that.
Go ahead.
Τι είναι αυτό που το λένε αγάπη, τι είναι αυτό, τι είναι αυτό, το μυστικό που μας δίνει φτερά, κι είναι λύπη μαζί και χαρά, τι είναι αυτό που το λένε αγάπη, τι είναι αυτό. Cada βροχή της ζωής μας και τέλος και αρχή. Πότε κανένα στόμα δεν το βρε και δεν το πέ ακόμα. Τι είναι αυτό που το λένε αγάπη, τι είναι αυτό. Σκοπό, σ' αγαπώ, Σ' αγαπώ, σ' αγαπώ.
Wow, this melodic journey continues with Loucas Loizou ahead of his upcoming show at the Fringe Festival, Battle of Songs, Greece 1950s versus UK 1850s onwards, February 27th and March 5th and 12th at the Hilton Hotel, 8 o'clock. You're also going to sing a few English songs, Loucas.
Actually, the Battle of Songs, okay, when I was 7, 8 years old, Cyprus was a colony of England, and we English people, English soldiers, they put us into a curfew, so we couldn't get out of the house. And that particular day, they came in and they started breaking all our bins and trying to find guns and things like that, like they used to do to every house. And none of us spoke English, so I started crying. And then my father started singing, the national anthem of Greece. And so we started singing, and then the English soldiers left. And my father says, when you are scared, you always sing. So I don't know if that has any connection why I chose the title, but this is a battle of songs, not guns, I've got very good friends with English now.
Although it sounds really political, however, it's a musical battle, fair enough.
And I love the English songs of, for example, Green Sleeves. Everybody knows the tune because all the ice cream sellers, they have this tune on their buns, But that tune is written 500 years ago. And Green Sleeves, women, they used to wear clothes with green color. That means they were a bit flirty, to put it mildly. And of course that was the only color they could get those days. They boil leaves and get the color. So some of the songs I do, whether in Greek or in English, there are stories behind them that I tell. So people, they're not going to come and listen to some songs. They're going to go away and they will remember things. For example, The House of the Rising Sun.
Oh, I love The House of the Rising Sun. You have to give us a taste.
Yeah, it is amazing that this song was written 400 years ago, and people, they still love this song. It's a traditional English song, and it goes a bit like that.
The rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy, and God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor, suit my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Here it goes, yeah.
I loved it. How long does it take you, Loucas, to get all this show together? To get all the songs you want to sing, come up with a concept. How long does it take?
Oh, it takes months, really. I mean, there's so many beautiful songs. That's what one of the difficulties is. Which one should you sing? Which one should you choose? So you do quite a lot, and then time the songs, because my shows, they go 90 minutes, and you don't want to overdo it, and you want people. I know some shows at the Fringe, they call half an hour or 60 minutes. And I don't agree with that. People, they travel to get out of their houses to go and find a parking. By the way, there is parking at the Hilton Hotel, down at the Hilton, where I perform. And so, it takes a long time. And it takes time from my songwriting, because this year, for the first time, I just I decided to put as a composer some songs for the Eurovision, and
I heard about that. I was going to ask you. Yeah, what's going on?
yeah, well, it's a song called Bella Señorita. I don't do that. I cannot do that on television, but I could do it at my shows, because once you perform this song on YouTube or television, then you cannot put this song to be considered for the Eurovision.
For you to sing or for somebody else to?
Well, that's what probably I made the mistake. I didn't make myself clear that they could choose someone to sing it, you know, a young girl or something, you know.
Pick me, pick me.
And the song has been shortlisted in 2 countries, but see what's going to happen.
That's fantastic. Yeah. That's great. A Eurovision entry from Adelaide. Oh, that's great news. That's breaking news, by the way. Now, we have to mention that your show is also part of the Festival Hellenica, yes, like the previous years. And let's remind our viewers, when is it going to be showing and what time? 27th of February, as well as the 5th and 12th of March at the Hilton Hotel, 8 o'clock. If you want to book your tickets, you can ring the Adelaide Fringe on 1300 621 255, or you can jump on the website and you can book your tickets online as well. Before we conclude with this interview, Luca, we also have to talk about another show you're going to put together, dedicated to the music of Kostas Hadjis. And tell us a little bit about this one.
Yes, maybe, I'm not quite sure, probably it could be the first time that the songs of Kostas Hadjis will be performed here live. And is my favorite composer. He's a guy who performs with just one guitar, like me. And his songs, they have quite a lot of social issues about poverty and peace. And he's the only songwriter from the whole of Greece that he was invited at the White House in America by the then president, Jimmy Carter, to be congratulated for his songs and for his music. He's over 80 now. He still performs, and he is of Romani heritage. That means gypsy parents, but very Greek, and in his lyrics, and he suffered very little discrimination. Greeks, they just accepted him so well, and he's started singing in small places called boîtes when I was a student at the university, but now he just sits with one guitar and fills a stadium of 10,000 people, and you could hear a pin drop, you know. But I'll give you a little taste of Kostas Hadjis.
Of course.
People, they were asking me when am I going to do Kostas Hadjis concerts, and they're going to be the 8th and 9th of April at the Hilton Hotel at Hilton. You could always come and have a dinner from 6 o'clock before the show. Lots of people, they do that. But there is going to be a theater setting as well for people, they just want to come and listen to the music. I do a little song of a sample of one of his songs called Σύνορα η αγάπη δεν γνωρίζει.
Certainly doesn't, meaning love doesn't really understand any borders, only frontiers. Yes. That's what I mean.
Yes. Άσε με να κάτσω πλάι σου κι ό,τι θέλεις συλλογήσου. Δεν θα σου μιλήσω, δεν θα σου μιλήσω. Μίλα με τους άλλους γύρω σου για να ακούω τη φωνή σου. Σε παρακαλώ, σε παρακαλώ. Σύνορα η αγάπη δεν γνωρίζει πόσο σ' αγαπώ, πόσο σ' αγαπώ. Γέρνεις και ο ίσκιος σου μ' αγγίζει κι εγώ ρίγω, κι εγώ ρίγω. Σύνορα η αγάπη δεν γνωρίζει πόσο σ' αγαπώ, πόσο σ' αγαπώ. Γέρνεις και ο ίσκιος σου μ' αγγίζει
κι εγώ ρίγω, κι εγώ ρίγω.
Wow, wow, beautiful. Well, if you want to enjoy songs like that and even more, you've got to go watch the show, Loucas Loizou, Battle of Songs, Greece 1950s versus UK 1850s and onwards, 27th of February, 5th and 12th of March at the Hilton Hotel. It's part of the Fringe Festival and the Festival Hellenica. Loukamu, I want to thank you so very much for having us here at your beautiful backyard. It's very nice, very Greek as well.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, I'm always very happy to appear on your program, and hopefully we try and get some different kind of Greek music into everybody's houses here in Australia.
Right, that's one show I can't wait to see for myself. Before we go, I came across this following picture the other day, and I couldn't resist but taking a photo of it. And just, I would like to discuss it with you, my viewers. What do you think about those 5 steps of how to wash your hands? Do you think we take it too much? Do you think it's too much spoon feeding here in this country? Or is it just regulations we have to just follow? Anyway, σε αυτό το σημείο θα ήθελα να σας ευχαριστήσω, φίλες και φίλοι, που μείνατε μαζί μας. Να σας ευχηθώ ακόμα μια φορά καλή χρονιά, με υγεία πάνω απ' όλα. Θα ανανεώσουμε το ραντεβού μας διαδικτυακά την επόμενη φορά, όποτε και αν είναι αυτή. Έως τότε να είστε καλά, να περνάτε καλά, απολαύστε το καλοκαίρι όσοι είστε εδώ στην Αυστραλία και το χειμώνα όσοι μας βλέπετε από το βόρειο ημισφαίριο, Ελλάδα, Αγγλία, Γαλλία, όπου θέλετε. Και ως την επόμενη φορά να είστε καλά, να περνάτε καλά και το κυριότερο, να μην ξεχνάτε να χαμογελάτε. Καλή σας μέρα.